Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I just wanted to do a little recap of my game today at the Amsterdam Chess Open that I'm participating in. I had the fourth round today. I took a bye for the third round because I really needed to sleep. The city of Amsterdam is where this chess tournament is being held. I do not live there, so it takes a lot of time for me to get there. And because the night before the first day of the tournament, I just didn't sleep. I mean, the night before. I'm still very tired because I played for 3.5 hours. It was a grueling, brutal game, but I'm very happy with the end result. So without further ado, let's get into the game. Let's start this. Okay, so I had black, he had white. He started with d4 and I responded with d5. Then he played f4 and I was like, okay, we have a London system player. Now, against the London system, I have a few positions that I like to play, a few moves I like to do, because I'm also a London system player, so I know kind of what is annoying, what I don't like to face. So for me, playing against a London system player, because I know it well, I kind of know how to deal with it. So here I had a choice. Either I play normal, stable, solid chess, or I go for a little trick. And to be honest, I was feeling in the mood for, you know, just a little bit of a different game. Let's see what this kid actually was like. This, I don't know, 11-year-old, 12-year-old kid with his dad sitting beside the game the whole entire game. But it's fine. They weren't very disturbing, even though at some point he got up and danced because he was like, I'm in the winning position. Very annoying. I had to ask him to please, can you please be a little bit less distracting? And then thankfully he stopped. Otherwise I would have called the arbiter. I don't care how old you are. I don't care. Behave. So anyway, I decided to go for a little trap, so I played h5. Now the idea of h5 is that if he plays the typical London, which is pushing e3 after this, is this London setup at the beginning, I had a little nasty trick. e5. Now, for all you London players out there, you better watch out. And, see, it's a great move. For people who play against London, you don't know how to play against London, and you want a little trick, watch this. So, e5. Now, it doesn't matter with which piece he attacks. With the bishop or with the pawn, it doesn't matter. Let's see if he takes with the bishop. You think, oh, free pawn. Yum, 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 yum. You take. But then you fall in the trap, because then I've got f6. Bishop moves away. Then you go g5. Still attacking. Now it's supported. Great move again. You have your last square to move. And then h4. Do I get another great move? So, as you can see, there is no square for the bishop to go. There's no safe square. So in this position, if you got this far and your opponent didn't see this series of moves, the only thing to do, well, really not much to do, because nothing, even the queen cannot come in, you see, because it's guarded. Well, you could come here maybe, but still, like, why would you do that? Because that would just push this, and then it's like, that's a GG's, you know what I mean? So anyway, mostly what people do is take on c7, you take back and you win the bishop, okay? And it's +1, you win a piece. The only thing you have to be careful about is that, you see, you did push a lot of pieces, so this is kind of not so stable, which means that your king is kind of lonely here. But you win a bishop, and you win not only a bishop, you win the strong London bishop. So if you want to try this, go for it. Just be careful after this that you know how to defend, because usually they start to attack fast. You know, this might happen, and you have to start, and you have to do this, or maybe the bishop might be better because you are up a piece. So you want to attack back and take back, and you don't have to, you can take back like this. Now this, I think honestly, is kind of a mistake, because then you can just take back at some point. I mean, you can just go back, because if you do take, it's like this, and maybe this, but then you castle, and happy days. Okay, let's get back to the game, because this is not what happened. Unfortunately for me, I guess the kid knows. Instead, he played knight to f3. Now, when I saw this, I was like, damn it! Damn it! No! You're not supposed to do this. I'm supposed to just take your bishop and go home and be like, I won just a few moves and you know, I can go, it's fine. Probably had to wait for the other guys from the group, you know, because, you know, it's a nice thing to do. I probably wouldn't have waited though, because it would have taken hours, but still. So, knight f3 was played, and I played e6. Guarding my pawn here, just one step extra. I'll push this pawn on e3, then I develop my bishop. I wanted to attack because I knew this is a strong London bishop. I was thinking what would happen if he did this. I would probably just attack it again. It'd be super annoying, and we probably would get in the same kind of situation here, and I would exchange it anyway. I could have also done this, but yeah, I could have done that. Yeah. Maybe. I would have probably done this. Yeah, good move. He would have to take or push this. No, he wouldn't have to push it. What am I talking about? Take, and similar kind of situation as before, only I lost my bishop already. So, yeah, it's still a good position, I think. Black can still develop and castle at some point. It's alright. Nah, it's alright. No. But again, that's not what happened, so let's get back into the game. This. We exchanged bishops, I took back. For the people, if it was too fast. I developed my bishop, he took. I took back with the queen, he developed his light square bishop. I developed my knight. All pretty alright. I decide to go for the center, attack this. He doesn't take it, he defends. I decide to push. Now, this was an inaccuracy according to the computer. Probably is, but again, you know, one thing you have to know is when you are examining with Stockfish and with engines, you're never going to get a perfect game. Yes, it is an indication of what you should have played, and it is right a lot of the times, especially in easy positions, when you might have missed a simple tactic, which could have won your game. No foreshadowing here. But I don't think this is necessarily that bad. You're gaining space. The other option was taking, but that just leaves this open, and you know your king is kind of not really safe. I also regret the h pawn push. I was kind of afraid of all of these combinations when moving the queen moving in, you know, sacrifice, you know, the Greek gift here if I castle this side. So I knew I had to do something, and I knew I had to, you know, create space and push. He went back. I developed my knight. He pushed this pawn. I decided to push this, which was a mistake. I kind of agree, but what was my alternative? You know, if I took, yeah, I mean this position was all right, but I wasn't feeling safe. Look, all of the light square pieces or pieces that could go on light squares were here, and I couldn't castle on this side. I have yet to develop my bishop. I cannot even develop it this way. I would have to take an extra move. Still might have been alright, but I decided not to go for it. I decided to push my pawn. It is a great move apparently. I took back. He took away my castling rights because there's no... I could block here, but he would still take away my castling rights. So... yeah, because the queen here means I need to take back with the king. Queen here is dead because the knight comes in. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. I cannot block here because of this pawn. So all I could do is move, and I decide to move this because maybe I could slide in my rook if he's not careful. But it's classical, so people usually don't miss these simple tactics of a certain level. Alright, so I moved away. He decided to take my pawn. Big mistake. I take his castling rights away. So both of our castles, both of our kings are not castled. You know, so now I feel a little bit better. Because look at this. What are you doing here? He's in prison. He's in jail. Okay, and the knight is just... I mean, the king is just blocking. So, I takes... And this game, let me tell you, it went up and down. Up and down, up and down. I was winning and then losing. He was winning and then losing. And it was like the entire game was like this. Okay, I moved the knight to attack the queen. Moves it away. I decided to take this pawn. I was down a pawn, I believe. Yeah, I had 5, he had 6. So I was like, let me take my pawn back and attack this. All the while, my king is like, hey, are you sure? Because I'm here and, you know, things could look dangerous. I don't know. I was like, okay, I got you, boo-boo. I got you. So he puts his knight there. I don't know why. Want to take back with the knight? Fine. Let's trade. Let's go for it. He takes with the knight. I try to do... I don't know why. Probably because I saw this. Wanted to go maybe give a check. Also, I was kind of afraid of the check of the rook. Also, this is kind of, you know, limiting the moves for the knight. So I thought it was a good move. He does this. Inaccuracy. I do this. I give up my pawn. I give him a check because I knew that even though my rook is under attack, I could just give a check because there's no way for him to block the check. And I force the king because of my rook here. I force the king to this square that he landed on. I move out of danger. He pushes h4, probably to gain some, you know, activity at some point to get the rook involved. I decided this because I see this one does not have any squares to go. I want to block off the squares. This one and this one in particular. I have to be mindful though because the light square bishop of white is also looking at that square. A great move because now there's 2 attackers for 2 attackers of mine. So the knight can actually flee. Because I cannot take it after he would just take back and take back. So, okay, for those who don't understand. Also, this is annoying. I cannot come here. But yeah, so if he went here, I take here. He takes back, and I cannot take back because I lose my rook. And it will be a rook and a bishop for 2 knights probably. So I go here, which was a mistake. I think I just wanted to attack this, but look at the evil bar, just going up and, you know, down, but still kind of in favor of white. And he did play a pretty solid game all throughout, mostly. I decided to get out of the scope of the rook. He attacks here and probably wants to push this, which eventually he does. I do decide to do this, which is good because now he cannot take. Because now if he takes, I take this and I take that, and it's like 1 knight for 2 rooks basically. And now, of course, I'll eventually lose my own rook after the trade. But yeah, if you see that, it's like I don't know if I can show you right now. Probably not. Okay, so after that, I decide to do this to attack the knight, but at the same time, of course, he can come back and defend the knight. In this position, I was like, you know what, these knights are too annoying. My light square bishop is doing some work, but this is too dangerous. I have all these pieces here. I need to get rid of it. But it didn't really help because the knight can still jump there, and look here. Guys, we have a fork. We have trouble. We have problem. Big problem. It was at this moment the guy started to, you know, and walking away and being like, yeah. You know, these kids in the chess room, like, they're very good with giving you non-verbal, you know, signs that they're fucking... Sorry. They're very annoying. Okay, so I spend a lot of time here thinking, like, how do I solve this? Because I need to, my rook needs to stay here, because otherwise he's able to take it for free, and I don't have this beautiful move. But I found a move. Here we go. Attacking this. You want to take? I take. If you go here, I can move away. There's no more fork, because I moved my rook. I get to keep my rook here. He still goes for it though. Attacking my precious rook. I decide to move it here because it guards this. This is already guarded here. It's a good move. It's alright. He goes here. attacking both pieces. I still need to keep my rook on this file because otherwise goodbye knight. So I decide to put it here out of danger, and because if I put it here after he grabs the pawn, he's attacking my rook. He decides to be very greedy and take the pawn. He shouldn't have done that. And now I have an option here. I'm thinking, and this is the key moment of the game, and we're already like 2 hours in or something. It was like in the at 70% of the time that we spent playing this game, we were there. I'm like, okay, you know what? I need to go for it. I need to go for it. And I did. Best move. We trade. Best move. Best move. Here we go. Now we are entering the end game. Like, end game. End game. He decides to finally develop his rook and get it in play. And I do this because I want to, again, I'm on a quest for trapping knights. I see a knight in the corner somewhere. I'm like, it's mine. It's my knight. I'm getting the knight. He does this, attacks my knight. I move it out of the way. He pins my knight, I have to say. He pushes this. Good move. Good move. Because otherwise this, and he would have lost the knight for sure. Now he can go here and then it's protected. I decide to attack the rook, and look at the evil bar. It was in my favor. No. Slightly, it was better. And I'm dropping down. And this was the defining moment of the game. I could have won the game on the spot here. Now, keep watching. Keep watching. I could have won it here. Okay, do you guys see what I could have done? Pause the video. Just pause it and see it for yourself. All right. This is what I could have done. Take. Because I was afraid of this. I didn't calculate it thoroughly. And I thought, okay, he's not going to take back here. And then I can take this. That is not going to happen. Okay, he's just going to go here. And I'd be like, oh, and then I lose the rook anyway. And then what was the point of all this? And I'm down pawns. He's up like he's up one extra pawn, and my pawns are not connected. So it's a crazy. That's what I thought. But after this, and after this, I had this move. Let's say the king moved here. I grab the rook. This is free. This has a red carpet. The king is. His king is all the way there. My knight can jump in, and you can see, he has to run against these two roadblocks. So this is going to be hard. And I could have just done this. Not this, maybe. I could have done this, attacking this at the same time. You could have maybe pushed it away. That's all good because you are not coming in. Okay, you are not coming in. And this, I can just sack at some point. But anyway. This is already blocked. Can't come in here. I don't have to babysit there at all. Now, what would have been sensible? Anything, really anything. Just anything would have been alright. If you did this, take back, take, and then just push. Or you can push. Okay, whatever. My turn. Okay, and this is just winning for me. This is just completely winning for me. I mean, you can play it out if you wanted to, but this is just winning for me. This, blocking the pawn, push, take, getting my knight here, cannot promote. So, yeah. Whatever you wanna do, come here with the king. I can also jump to the other side, actually, but I'm just gonna move out of the way, and he can do this. It's all fine, it's all good. I can just keep on moving because what are you gonna do? Oh wait. Do we have an issue here? Okay, this might have been problematic. This might have been okay, but anyway, I'm just randomly playing on. I don't know what I would have done, but back to the moment we left off. This was the blunder. And instead of doing what I just showed you, because I was afraid of this after taking this, I just move it out of the way, and this is a miss. And look at the evil bar. He attacks my knight. I move away. He takes the free pawn. Now I'm down 2 pawns. I try to attack senselessly, trying to get my knight in motion. He blocks. I bring it to safety. He decides to trade. He thinks he's going to have a winning endgame. He thinks. Takes to exchange. And now, guys, so I got attacked here. So of course I moved away. He brings in the knight, his king. I try to attack this pawn. He attacked this one. I move it up. He tries to attack again, and here I defend this. Okay. Now, as you can see, white is winning here. White is winning. But this is classical chess. We don't give up to the very last. We don't give up until it's like so clear that you're gonna win, or it's a clear draw, or until you have exhausted your chances to get a stalemate even. So we continue. And I wanted to continue because I was like, I'm gonna fight. I'm a fighter, man. Pushes this. He wanted me to take this. If I take this, he takes this. And yeah, not good. You see, white is winning here again. I mean, you can just kind of see what's gonna happen. Chase my knight away with the king, etc. Thankfully, I wasn't, you know, that greedy. And I took this pawn because I knew he could not take this because it's guarded. Free pawn. Here I had to make a decision because do I take? If I take, this h pawn is going to run for promotion. If I don't take, he's going to take and still going to run for promotion. But when you take, I get to take this, right? So I decide to move it up. We got to run our last chance. Get it out of the attack zone of the knight and run for cover, for promotion. This princess has a dream, and that dream is to become a beautiful, beautiful, badass queen. Okay, so we're gonna help her. We're gonna lift her up. Go, go. He takes. I decide to do this. Now, this is actually a better move because I'm attacking this also, but I knew I had a fork chance. Fork chance. And the guy already thought he won, you know? But it's not so clear. Bingo. A fork. Boom! And look at the evil bar. Slightly going back. Still dangerous though. He decides to push this one. And now the evil bar is like, we're in a draw. I'm going to run from promotion, okay? We're queening. He moves his knight. I just keep running. Run, run, run. Run, Lola, run. I put back my, I bring in my king. He decides to block. I go there. He checks. Now, in this position, I know, unfortunately, whatever I do, he's either going to check me or he's going to block this square. It's all about this square. As soon as my pawn gets here, it's over. And if he cannot block me here, he will just try to check and I have to move my king. So I try this. Check again. I try this. He's blocking the square. So I can promote, and if he takes this, it's going to be at least a draw because I have no pieces left. I might be able to draw the game, but I want to queen. Okay, she has dreams. Okay, she needs to get her robe and her crown. She fought alone. All her sisters died, and she needs to fulfill her dream. Okay, and that's what it's all about. Fulfilling your dreams. I go for a check. And he makes a very brutal mistake here. Because now I have this little tactic. And I was sure, considering how he was behaving, he would fall for it. Because I have this danger to think about, right? So this knight is doing something. So as soon as I try to bring the knight and help the promotion and maybe get the knight out of this, out of his, whole spiel of blocking and checking and everything. So here the king made the wrong move and I decided to go for it. This should be a draw. It should be a draw. But it didn't end in a draw. Because he took. And look at the evil bar. With one pawn on the board versus two pawns, a king that's active, and a knight, I made the move of moves. Did I take? And then promote? No, because he would promote eventually. Even after I promote, he would promote, and maybe it would be a draw, but it would be also difficult because there's still one pawn left. He'll probably exchange and queen this one. I had this beautiful move. A simple push. Just pushing. And now he doesn't have this anymore. He cannot stop it anymore. He doesn't have any checks. So at this point, it's actually completely winning for me. And it was really sad. We've been playing for 3.5 hours. Okay, and he said, oh, I missed this. This was his first reaction. He decides to just go for it now. I mean, there's nothing else. Maybe he can still do something here, but I am promoting. And it's my turn now. And basically, he resigned because after this, it's even if he pushes, I can stop this multiple ways. It's all about this square, right? I can go here, which is I think it's the best one. I could also go here, which is slightly less good, but even after this, there's no way for him to attack or block with the knight, and it's just over. I take this and it's just over because I could just maneuver everything and get my king into action and eventually win this and this and just go for a checkmate. So this was my recap of my 4th round game. The engine said I played like a 1800 and he played like a 1700. I don't know if I can show you this. If I just enlarge this. Wait, hold on. Let me show these beautiful people. This is the engine, and it says black 1800 and white 1700. Thank you so much for watching this video. I have to go to sleep actually because it's 1 AM. Tomorrow I have my last round. I also need to type an email saying that I'm not coming in the morning. So, well, my opponent should be happy because he's going to win a point. I participated for the experience. I do want to win the game though. I already played 3 rounds. I only missed 1. I lost only 1. I won my first. I lost my second. Again, on the day that I didn't have any sleep, so it was a miracle that I even won 1. Today was a very hard-fought battle, and I'm very happy that I won. Endgame was very deciding. That's why you should always, even in the endgame, you should keep on, concentrating and keep on looking for blunders and tactics, especially in the endgame. I think he could have won it because he had more material, but my b-pawn was just very, very, very strong. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll make sure to not lose my score sheet for my last round, and I'll do another recap. All right, good night. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.